Well, good morning, good afternoon, and of course, good evening, traders from across the globe. Welcome to my 2701st edition of Short-Term Trading Live with Oscar. Good evening, traders. I was planning on getting in front of the camera, and doing a nice long video for you, but I'm still waiting for my videographer to report back to me. I messaged him and called him a couple hours ago. It's like 9:30 already p.m. Eastern. I think I've got to do one of these desktop shoots for you, but I promise the information will be just as good. So this video, 2701st, coming at you on a Wednesday night for Trading Thursday. That's February 1st, 2024. Please know that it's a very risky game. Trading is very risky. Trading of any nature, from cryptocurrencies to U.S. indices to Forex to anything in between. Options, you name it. Very risky game. And how do you avoid the risk? Put your stops in first. All right? I hope you heard that. Let's get moving. OMNI S&P for trading on Thursday, first day of February. We're looking at the OMNI S&P chart. And let me show you, let me just squeeze this in a little bit. Look how far this channel goes back to down here. See down here? So that channel starts all the way at the low. And now let's go look at it. And here it is, top day involved in what we're trading. Since we've had the red Omni up here, we've got another red Omni for tonight. But there is this channel right underneath, right? So we do have a red Omni that wants us to sell a rally first and get out on a profit objective. So we will do that, but just keep this in mind right here, because when we had the double top last, if you remember, we talked about a double top reaction has to happen, and it did, but it stopped at that trend line. I'm still going to take the Omni trade. It's already out there. We'll take it, but just keep that in mind, okay? Now, let's look at another chart involving the indices to keep you in focus. We've got a red Omni for Dow Jones Transportation Average, and if you recall, I showed this to you, I don't know, a week ago and a few days ago and said, look, this is deemed the leader. The leader has had trouble up here in the past. The leader is here now. Trouble is starting, and so far the Omni's been making the right call on that happening. Now we're at a spot. It has pulled back, but look at this. It pulled back to this 50-ball moving average. And then it went up, right? And if you look here, it rallied up and held the 50-ball moving average, went up again, held the 50-ball moving average, and then made a high. But there is this. When it starts to come down, it seems to get below the 50-ball moving average. I could show you that back here as well. When it starts to come down, it seems to get below it. So I'm just going to run with the Omni and hope it gets through this and we end up with a profit no matter where it closes for the day. Red Omni, leader says we're going down even further, but please keep this in mind. It could stop here. All right, so put your stops in first, and if it does go up, it's only a day trade. You'll be fine. But the Omni signal is to sell rallies first. Now, I've had a lot of you ask me about Tesla, and I love Tesla. I love Elon Musk's inventions. I think all of it is fantastic. And seeing a modern-day inventor in our times, right before our eyes, what could be better? You know what couldn't be worse? His stock. Sorry to say. So Tesla, one of my Omniacs way back, a month or so ago, Zabid, had asked me for Tesla targets. And we were up here, and I said, look, this thing's going to crack. 212, 200, then 192. Well, you know what it did? Look at the crack all the way down. It hit all three targets, all of them, done. So I've had a bunch of you ask about Tesla, and I've got good friends of mine that own Tesla, and here's what I want to say. First, 3 new targets. Please look at them. 173, we're at 182 right now. 173, then 164, then 151. As you can see, we're in a really big downward channel. It's going to continue. Now, these targets are for everybody. Zabid, sorry. Now they're for all of us. So these are your new targets. And why is it going down? Well, technically, it broke the 200-ball moving average. It failed up here. It didn't make it past this high. So, well, let me slow that down for a moment. Technically, you made a high. You put in a low. You made a lower high. You put in a lower low. and you put in a lower high from that high, and you're now working on putting in a lower low. Right off the bat, we know that's not good. That's bearish. Then there's this. As much as EV was a great idea when it came out, hybrid is the wave of the future. EV has been overdone and has shown to be the incorrect path. We must start with hybrid and then move to all EV at some point in our future. You've seen the freeze over in the United States. It's not the only country where these cars were left flat. That's not the way to go. You gotta have hybrid. The country knows this. The world has recognized it. Hybrid is now taking over. Now, what makes it difficult? I'm trying to move this. What makes it difficult that hybrid is coming for something like Tesla? Tesla was born and built to make EVs only. You know who wasn't? Ford, Chevy, everybody else that's always built gas machines and then learned how to make good EVs. They are in the spotlight now to take over and make fantastic hybrids where just EV only companies aren't as easy to retool and come out with an EV. So I think we're going to see a switch where all EV companies go down and the hybrid companies and the car companies that are able to create hybrids will take over. That's what I'm seeing. Technically, the technical picture is all I care about. The fundamental was shown to us in our faces, and now we understand why the technical told us before the freeze took place. News always comes out in the charts first. I came up with those great targets. The market hit all of them. Now we have new ones. You'll probably see those hit eventually as well. I hope this helps. My gift to you in this video, if you are long Tesla, I feel for you right now. I love the company. I'm not trying to talk bad, but you know, facts are facts, and this is what looks like it's happening. Barring that, kids, let me say this to you. Keep your emotions out of trading. How do you do that? Well, subscribe to my videos. Come to my site, livewithoscar.com, and hang out with me in my free live trading room. Make sure that you know when the videos are coming out, so not only subscribe, but alert yourselves. And then say this to yourselves over and over again when you're in a trade, because believe me, it will help. Are you with me? 1, 2, 3. Stop soar in. Emotions are rock and roll traders. I hope this helps. I will see you all at livewithoscar.com, and make sure you join, like, and share these videos. Thank you so much.